Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to episode 1 of The Glow Up. That's the best name that I got right now. I really don't like that name. I wanted to call it like Sunday something. Sunday, why not Wednesdays? And then I like alliteration. But the best name that I have currently is The Glow Up. Make it big and epic and dramatic. I've talked about this ad nauseum, so I don't really want to go too in-depth with it. I mean, everyone's heard it at this point. It is what it is. Basically, in a nutshell, I have gained quite a lot of weight. I've also let a lot of my positive habits fall by the wayside recently as well. I used to meditate every day. I used to go to the gym all the time. A lot of these habits were almost distressingly ironed into my persona, my daily ritual. However, because I am such a perfectionist that I went to the gym, I think 3 to 4 times a week, for I don't even know how many. It was crazy. It was a lot of time that I had never missed a workout, or I had never missed a meditation session. Once I really ingrained myself to something, but that's almost unhealthy, because then it creates this dichotomy of okay, well, if I ever miss a day, it's just over. It's done. It's ruined, which of course is not the case. I mean, that's not how life works. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to miss stuff. That's just how it happens. So that's kind of what happened. I was going to the gym every single, again, for anybody that was there during the last glow up arc, which I, tweeted about and Instagrammed about. I was doing really well, but at the same time, there was a component of I have to do it. I remember if I was going to go on vacation or something, I would get the workouts done early, just so that, I have that workout done and I could say that the workout was done, as opposed to just taking a vacation, which is perfectly fine. So I have to watch that component about myself, because I am very much that type of person where I will stick to a schedule once I get in the swing of things and do everything I possibly can to stick to that schedule. Which applies to calories as well, obviously. Sticking to a caloric diet where you're tracking all of your calories. Once I really get the snowball rolling, it's easy for me to stick with it. But it's also difficult, because if I ever go above even by a calorie, then my brain goes, well, you ruined it. All right, done. Time to completely reverse all the progress and go the other way. So that's sort of the challenge that I face personally, which is very much a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's very motivating. It's very, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're, when I'm on top of the world hitting all my goals, everyone was just, you're an inspiration. You're this, you're that, you're the other thing. Everyone's just in love with me. They just love me. They loved everything about it. I didn't really talk about, again, the double-edged side about it, too much, because, you want to stay positive, whatever. And it is funny, going to the opposite, and gaining a lot of weight and letting a lot of these personal goals fall by the wayside. It's funny how much people give you crap for it. And I've talked about this ad nauseum. I don't really want to get too much into all that. People are going to be jerks. It's the internet. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Just block and move on, right? But it is funny how much people love and respect you when you are hitting your goals, when you're visually more attractive, when you're an inspiration, versus when you're struggling with something and then people will pile on in the opposite way a lot of the time. But again, that's life. It is what it is, especially on the internet. Anyways, so the point of this series, The Glow Up, is what I'm tentatively calling it. I really hope I come up with a better name, but I don't know, Shiny Sunday. I have no idea. The point of this series is, the way that I look at it is, this is really an opportunity. I know I have it within myself to start achieving the goals that I want to achieve again. I mean, I've done them multiple times in my life. Like I've said, there's probably 2 major arcs where I have super succeeded at what I wanted to accomplish, and then reversed all that progress. It's just who I am. It's very easy for me to stay extremely diligent and then flip the switch and go the opposite way. I think I'm the type of person that just needs a struggle. Somebody, I think, once said that to me on stream, and I really agreed with it. It's I'm the type of person that needs to create my own struggles to have something to chip away at or something. So, either way, the point of this series, Glow Up, is to glow up again. Obviously, lose weight is the primary goal. Create a healthy relationship with food is another healthy goal. In a perfect world, I would love to just not track my calories. I've tried off and on, like, okay, well, if I intuitively eat, it might work out. But honestly, I'm the type of person, I just need to be tracking continual progress. And calorie counting is the way to do that. You calculate how many calories you have, you strive to hit those goals, and then you see the weight slowly shed off as time goes by. And I'm the type of person that really applies to. Whereas intuitively eating, stripping away all rules, sounds very sexy and attractive on the surface. I don't think it works for me. It can definitely work for people with a healthier relationship with food. My relationship with food, if it's not curtailed, really can get out of hand, obviously, right? So I guess that's the first implementation. And by the way, I know there's going to be some comments that are like, oh, but you said this, you said that, you were trying to do this, you were trying to do that. Listen, it's a learning experience, man. I would love to say, and I think I said this in the previous videos too. I was like, I'm probably going to fail in some way and then try to, come back stronger, whatever. It might take 2 or 3 times before it really sticks. I think I said that. So I can already hear the comments like, oh, but didn't you say, you were cutting out alcohol completely? I'm like, yeah, but now I think it's better to just moderate it once a week, maybe, instead of just like all the time. And, someone might say, oh, but I thought you were going to cut out alcohol completely. Yeah, well, it's a learning experience. I just have tried to, try to see what works and what doesn't work. And this video hopefully is the start of what works fully and the actual glow up, the beginning of the glow up, the inevitable glow up, because I'm definitely somebody that, I can take it to a point and then I'm like, okay, time to go the other way. And then the only thing I have to do is to stop rubber banding back the other way once I achieve those goals. So anyways, I'm rambling all over the place. So yeah, the current goal, and everyone's going to say this is unhealthy, and it is unhealthy, and I don't recommend it. It's what I'm doing. It's definitely not healthy. I'm going to stick to 2,000 calories a day, most days. Now, I'm thinking of Saturdays kind of zigzagging a little bit up and like having a mini cheat day, not eating whatever I want or anything like that. Just like, okay, Saturdays you can kind of chill out because, I don't know, that's how I'm kind of wired. As Saturdays have always been just the like whatever day. Especially back when I was on the Tim Ferriss slow carb diet, and I did have cheat days on Saturday where I would eat insane amounts of food, which I definitely attribute towards the binge eating thing that I've got. But anyways, so yeah, I'm going to stick to 2,000 calories a day, and I'm not putting a hard limit on that. Like I said, Saturdays, whatever, if I go out to eat with family or friends or whatever, it's inevitable. Like 2,000 calories is nothing, especially if you are a tall, big guy like me. 2,000 calories is nothing at all. But it's going to create drastic weight loss. And I know all the comments, I can already hear them, are going to be like, you need to eat more than that. It's unhealthy, all that sort of thing. Listen, I understand. I'm going to do it anyways because the only reason that I wouldn't is if I started to experience what I experienced in college. The first time I ever lost a significant amount of weight was I literally was like starting to get black in the eyes. Like my eyes were starting to black out because I was eating nothing. I didn't know how calories worked. I was just eating like meat and vegetables and like no quantity of it. If that starts to happen, if I genuinely feel like weak or like I'm not eating enough or anything like that, I'll up the calories. But as an experiment, I'm going to start with 2,000 calories a day, which will create rapid weight loss even without any exercise, which is ultimately what I'm looking for. So that's the first step. I experimented with 2,500. I experimented with not counting calories. I experimented with this and that and the other thing. And I have concluded 2,000 is going to be a challenge, but if I can stick with it, then it will be worth it in the end. Now, like I said, if I am just dying of hunger, I mean, it's already like 5:16 p.m. when I'm recording this, my time, and I have not eaten anything today because I haven't been hungry. So I still have like 2,000 calories today, which obviously isn't healthy. When I eat breakfast and yada yada. I know. Whenever you talk about health and fitness, like the comment section is just going to have a field day. on the internet. But anyways, I think 2,000 calories will stave off hunger. I don't think I will be hungry as long as I'm spacing out meals correctly, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is English muffin, banana, peanut butter for breakfast, probably like ramen noodles and a salad for lunch. Yes, I know ramen noodles are horrible and salty. I know. But, and then ideally for dinner, right now I've got pasta, but something better. Dinner is always the challenge. You need to switch dinner up. Anyways, so that's the first big step for the glow up is 2,000 calories a day. If, I've got family coming into town soon, obviously it's going to be I forced myself the last time I went to see my family to stick to 2,000, and it was miserable because obviously you go out to eat. Plus we were in a very like foodie area, and it was horrible. I was so irritable. It's not good. So yeah, I need to let myself like, hey, wow, you ate 2,800 calories today. Guess what? You still lost weight. It's all good because I have so much to play around with right now in terms of calories. So that's the goal. 2,000 calories a day, but under certain circumstances, it's okay. Especially like Saturdays, the weekends, whatever. And hopefully that will create consistent weight loss, which it will if I stick with it. It's calories in, calories out. It's funny to me when people try to argue that. It's like, no, it's literally that simple. If you eat less than your body is burning, you lose weight. It's not rocket science. So as long as I stick to that will happen. Going to the gym, exercise, I want to introduce later. Obviously gaining a lot of weight, getting older. You're not as spry as you used to be. And yeah, it just kind of sucks right now to work out just because I don't have the energy that I did when I was very thin. So I want to introduce that later. I might do some like walking around the neighborhood or even bike riding. I've always loved bike riding. I might do that in my own time, but as far as going to the gym, I'm going to put that on hold for now. I am definitely the type of person that always loves going to the gym, but I'm also the type of person that needs a break. I usually go to the gym for a long time, take a break, and then come back to it. You know what I mean? That's always been who I am. I'm going to drink one of these bad boys every day, which I don't even know if this is too much water. It might be too much. I'm a big guy. But yeah, I'm going to drink one of these whole things a day to stay hydrated. And that's the long and short of it. I'm trying to think if there's any other major things I'm introducing currently to get this thing started. I don't think so. Obviously, sleep's important too, which I've gotten back into League of Legends, which I would love to, I would love to strip out entirely. League of Legends is so unhealthy on every level, and unfortunately, currently, I'm addicted. I have been able to climb from the depths I think I started the season at the top of like iron, and then I've been able to go up to bronze, up to silver, and I know I can get to gold where you get the free skin and like all the perks basically. So ideally I get to gold and then I just stop, which I have been winning a lot of games as Jungle, Shaco, and Nocturne can carry most games. Anyways, that has been affecting my sleep negatively, so I'd love to cut that out. That's definitely another step. I do want to push to get to gold and then quit and quit completely, and maybe get to gold each season and then never play it again because League is literally draining in every aspect of the word. Anything else to talk about? Oh, somebody asked me one time, like, why do I sniff my fingers? They gave me the Wings of Redemption treatment. I think you know full well that it's just because my nose is itchy, especially when I talk a lot. I feel like the bristles in my nose rub against the outside and make my nose itchy. So that's why I keep like scratching my face and stuff. I have a compulsion to itch every time there's an itch, even if it's a small one, if that makes sense. Let's see. So I guess that's about it. This is kind of the beginning. I'm going to probably shoot to upload a video every Sunday to talk about my progress, further implementation of further goals. I think it's good to kind of start with a baseline, build from there, obviously. I think that's, the way to do it. So I'll probably check back in every Sunday, describe how my week went, describe any new goals I'm implementing, describe basically how I will transform myself from who I am right now into the version that I know that I can be and that I've achieved in the past, and how I got there. And hopefully, if you're along for the ride, you will see those results as well. Now I already know making a video like this, there's going to be haters without a doubt. And I kind of want to address, I guess, some of the criticisms that I can see coming down the pipeline. I've made videos like this and I've deleted them in the past. I know that. I'm not going to delete this video. This video will remain, and I will, even if every single person that comments is a hater, even if the video is like 100% disliked, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep the videos up. I'm going to persist in my attempt at reaching these goals. And as usual, my policy is always, if you have criticisms that are constructive, I will hear them out, listen to them, and try to, pay them the attention that they deserve. If you are flat out hateful, which videos like this inevitably attract, like every time, you'll be banned. It is what it is. And obviously to the people that are in it to win it with me, and the supporters, of course, as usual, huge thanks. I'm feeling very pumped about this. I'm feeling very excited about this. It's just going to be like a roadmap that slowly adds different components to it to help me and hopefully others reach the point where we want to be. And so, that'll be every Sunday, probably at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. This one was kind of a little bit later, obviously. That's about everything. Interested as always to read the comments. Like I said, just be respectful. If you are a hateful person, as usual, I just have nothing. I don't want anything to do with you. I have no space in my life for hateful people. But obviously, whenever somebody attempts something like this, it's going to attract that sort of thing. No matter what, it is what it is. And if you'd like to support me, check me out on Patreon. We currently have the most patrons we've ever had before, by far as well. I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting me in what I do. And you get a lot of stuff, perks, which I still need to go through and enhance the tiers even more, because there's other stuff that I want to do with the Patreon. So definitely check out the Patreon, links in the description below. Best way to support what I do. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I will see you next Sunday for the Glow Up Part 2. Bye-bye.